You gotta make an appearance, don't you? Don't you? Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, my name is Natalie. I'm a family nurse practitioner, and basically the goal of this channel is to help pre-nursing, nursing, as well as FNP students get through school as easily as possible. I also take a look at resumes and personal statements, so if that's something that you need done, please take a look at the description box below and it'll tell you about the whole process of how that can be done. Alright, so for this video, I thought I would talk about what was in my clinical bag. I know everyone brings different things to clinical, but I just wanted to tell you and show you what I brought to mine. I'm not in clinical anymore, but I'm just going to show you exactly what I brought to my clinical in case you guys need some ideas of what to bring along with you. So this was my clinical bag. I know, it's pink and it's cozy and it's not a typical, I guess, backpack you would bring to clinical. I used to use a backpack when I first started clinical because I wanted to be more professional and I wanted to, you know, make a more, I guess, normal impression. But after I've been at the same clinical for so long and they just knew that I was a pink addict and I loved, it's called Stony Clover. It's a brand. I'll link it down below in case you want to check it out. But I loved all of that stuff, so nobody was surprised when I came in with this bag and they just accepted that I love pink and that's just not going to change. So that was my clinical bag. It is it's from Stony Clover. It is part of their cozy collection and it's the pink color. I don't think they have that out right now, but I'll still put the website down below in case you've never heard of it. So the first thing that I have is always my phone, because we, not that we can be on our phone all the time, but there are certain apps like Hippocrates or an ASCVD score, or there's different apps that you can use and bring in while you're talking with your patients. So that's just something handy to have with you. Obviously, you're going to have it anyway. Next thing is a stethoscope. This is the one that I pretty much use all the time. I have another one that's white with like rose gold on here, but I don't like to use it as much because I would like to wait to use that when I'm actually working and not during in clinical. But this one's very good. This one is Littman and it's purple and it's very nice, and I heard very well with this. I believe there's something called Echo, EKO, that you can attach to stethoscopes to hear a lot better. I would definitely invest in that because I heard one of my friends that she had it on her stethoscope and you hear so much better. So especially if you're in cardiology or anything where you really have to hear the heart very significantly, I would definitely invest in the Echo. I think it's about $200. It's like a cartridge. I'll put the website down below, or I think they have their own line of stethoscopes, so that's something to keep in mind. Then obviously I would have my keys, and this is not the planner that I use because it's obviously a 2022 planner, but I would always have a planner with me because there's so much scheduling that you have to do you know, between didactic and clinical, and if you work, that type of thing. So I always had a planner with me. And let's see what else. I always had my wallet because most of the time we either brought our lunch or we all went out to lunch, so, you know, just in case. So then this is my other little pouch. It's also from Stony Clover. This is the, I think it's cotton candy color, something like that. But I customized this. I love this. It has all the stuff that I need. Every time I went to clinical, I was deemed the gum girl. So everybody would be like, can I have some gum? Can I have some gum? Can I have some gum? Because I've always had gum and I always had different flavors. So of course I always had gum. Love Orbit, my fave. Let's see. I always had some earphones. Didn't really get to use it too much, but if I kind of wanted more of a lunch to myself, you know, wasn't feeling super social, would have that. This is a portable charger that I had to charge. It's a little pineapple. It's super cute. Got it on Amazon. Definitely want to have one of these, especially if you're using your phone consistently for different apps. Let's see. I always had extra pens with me because the clinical that I was at, we had to do a lot of handwritten prescriptions, handwritten orders for imaging and for referrals and stuff like that, so we always had to have a pen, and then obviously always hand sanitizer. And now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot to put a mask in here, but I always had a mask, of course, because throughout my whole time in clinical, we had to wear masks because I had it during COVID. So, but pretend there's a mask in there. Then I would always have my laptop with me. This is one of the smaller laptops of of Apple, so this fit in here very well. This is their small tote. I think they have bigger ones also, but that one worked really well for me. So I'm not sure if you want a small, if you have like a bigger laptop, it would fit in here, but that one fit pretty well. So the last thing that I have was my little toolbox. This was also from Amazon. It really housed everything that I needed. Of course, in the different clinical sites, they're supposed to have their own instruments or tools or whatever you want to call it to check out the patient, but sometimes when you have a lot of students, it's really nice to kind of have your own stuff so you're not waiting for someone else to use their otoscope or ophthalmoscope or whatever it is. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. And I'm gonna have a separate video talking about what the different tools that I used, but basically this was kind of what it looks like in here. Have different tools in here, and then you can flip this over and there's another side here. So everything can fit in here. And I don't know, depending on whatever school you go to, they may have like a packet where they, a package of all the tools that you're gonna need for clinical, or they might say just go on Amazon and get it. But if they say just go on Amazon, just do it because it's a lot cheaper, and the clinical site's most likely gonna have their own tools anyway, so if you wanna use theirs, that's fine. But in case you are seeing your own patient, everybody's using the otoscope for whatever reason, then you have your own stuff. So yeah, that's what I had in my clinical bag. Not too much, not too little. Just wanted to make sure that I had everything that I needed in case there is different scenarios that I needed different things. Felt like a little Girl Scout carrying all my stuff, but this was really a nice bag. It worked very well. I used this for probably 6-7 months, and it's still pretty well held up because I usually stuff a lot of things in there. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this kind of helps show you that you can use something that might not be as, I guess, typical, and it's fine. It's still really cute, but it's still functional. It's a tote, nothing crazy. But I hope it helps you figure out what you might want to bring for clinical, and that's pretty much what I brought for clinical throughout all the different specialties like peds, family, adult, women's health. Of course, if you need different books, like for peds, I use Bright Future, so I would stick that in here too. So it just really depended what specific books or what specific resources you needed. That would be extra stuff, but pretty much everything fit in here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, whatever it may be. And remember to always believe in yourself. All right, you guys have a great one. Bye.